जय श्री 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 राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा नयननाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्तर शिला भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्तर शिला भक्ति दैत माधव गोसाई महाराज की जय। जय नित्यलीला परिस्तोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस तत्तर शिला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोसाई प्रभुपाद की जय। जय परमहंस शिला गौर किशोर दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय शिशिला सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की जय। जय वैष्णव सार्वभौम शिला जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वसदी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो गोवर्धन वृंदावन श्री राधा कुंद श्याम कुंदात्मक श्री ब्रज मंदिर की जय। जय श्री नवद्वीप धाम की जय। जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम धाम की जय। जय श्री बलदेव सुभद्रा जगन्नाथ श्री सुदर्शन चक्र जीव की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्व विघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। वंदेहं श्री गुरो श्रीयुता पादकमलं श्री गुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम Ramo Ramo Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. We are hearing SRIMAD BHAGAVATAM. Rishabdev, who is Bhagavan himself, is instructing his own sons. Yesterday we heard, if someone is ignorant and addicted to the path of samsara, means material existence, how can one who is actually learned, merciful, and advanced in spiritual knowledge engage him in fruitive activity and thus further entangle him in material existence? Those devotees who are at least Madhyamadikaris, they have mercy to jivas. Kanishtadikaris, they don't have. They only have faith in deity and they are worshipping, but not respecting Vaishnavas and also not respecting other living beings. But Madhyamadikaris, they have compassion for the jivas. They can know they are suffering and why they are suffering, so they want to bring them to the service of Krishna to rescue them. So they are learned. Madhyamadikaris, they have knowledge of Siddhanta because they crossed over anarthas. They are merciful and they are advanced in spiritual knowledge. Then Uttamadikari, of course, he has, but he has to come to Madhyamadikari platform as a lila to give mercy to others. Otherwise, in his own mood, he does not preach. He sees everyone is already engaged in the service of Krishna, so except me. If a blind man is walking down the wrong path, how can a gentleman allow him to continue on his way to danger? That is why our Srila Bhakti-Rakha Kshidhar Goswami Maharaj told that in Madhyamadikar, when comes there, then he feels that urge for preaching, to help others. Naturally he feels that urge. Then he can do that kind of service. Why? Because he sees that the blind man is going wrong direction. He will fall down in pit. So how can a gentleman like Madhyamadikari, how he can see him? He has to try to help him. How can he approve this method? Madhamadikari will say fruitive activity is not good. Karma, jnana, tapo, yoga, they are not good. Devotion to Supreme Lord is good. No wise or kind man can allow this. He will say that is not good. Anya bilas means other desires, enjoyment, karma, jnana, tapa, yoga, sakale karma bhoga. Karma charaite ke honare. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote one song. Karma, jnana, tapa, yoga, sakale karma bhoga. They will engage you ultimately in getting the results of your karma. Karma charite ke honare. They cannot rescue you from karma, means from material existence. Sakala chariya bhai, Shraddha Debir Guno Gai, Jar Kripa Bhakti Dite Pare. This is in Bengali. So, the one who is merciful and advanced in spiritual knowledge and actually learned, when he sees that jivas, they're going wrong direction, harmful direction, then they will say, Sakala Charya Bhai, oh my brother, you give up everything. Shraddha Devir Guno Gai, you sing the glories of Shraddha Devi, means that is the first point of devotion. Shraddha means Shraddha Shabda Vishwas Kohe Sudrido Nishchay, Krishna Bhakti Koile Sarva Karma Krito Hai. This firm belief without doubt that Krishna exists, he is Supreme Lord, by serving him everything is done properly. Without serving him, only waste of energy. So this is Shraddha. That is the first point of Bhakti. Sakala Charya Bhai Shraddha Devir Guna Jar Kripa Bhakti Dite Pare. By the mercy of Shraddha Devi, faith, you can get devotion to Krishna. Then that is the only way how you can be released from path of samsara, material existence. So one who knows this, he's well established in this, he feels genuine, sincere urge, need to help others, jivas. He cannot allow them to go wrong direction. Then we heard this verse, Gurur Nasasya. This is very famous verse. Means one who cannot deliver his dependence from the path of repeated birth and death should never become a spiritual master, a father, a husband, a mother, or a worshipable demigod. Here in the commentary, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj is telling, there are many spiritual masters, but Rishabdev advises that one should not become a spiritual master if he is unable to save his disciple from the path of birth and death. Unless one is a pure devotee of Krishna, he cannot save himself from the path of repeated birth and death. Tyakta deham punarjanma naiti mam eti sorjuna. One can stop birth and death only by returning home back to Godhead. However, who can go back to Godhead unless he understands the Supreme Lord in truth? Janma karma chamedibyam evam yo veti tattvataha. That is Shiva also told to Parvati. There are many so-called gurus. They will want to take money from their disciples. So many. Now also it is going on. Before also, in Kali Yuga especially. But rarely you will find Devi, that guru who wants to take misery from disciple. And how he can take misery? Only by prescribing devotion to Supreme Lord. And devotion to Supreme Lord is according to Shastra. They have to start. Now they are not in Raga, but according to Shastra they have to start. So if Guru is not telling that there are sinful activities which one has to give up for the sake of service of Krishna, and if he does not say you have to give up offenses to Harinam, and you have to chant and also following Ekadashi and all these things, if he is not telling, then he is not bona fide guru. If he himself is not practicing devotion, and if he is not telling to others how to practice devotion, then he is not real guru. He should be rejected, and he will also go to hell by exploiting that his position. Or if one is not stable enough, at least Madhyamadikari realization he must have. Otherwise there is some danger. Only in some cases, if there is no one else, like in war, if there is no other men to fight, no professional soldiers, then you can use also ordinary men, giving them weapon. Something is better than nothing. But generally, like Kanishta, some advanced Kanishta, he has some knowledge, this he can also do in some cases, but it also happens then they fall down if they are not careful. I heard from Srila Bhakti Puri Goswami Maharaj that if you have that ahankaram, that I am guru, I am now great, I know, I'm intelligent, then that will make you commit offense, then you will fall down. So that is Arjuna, Kanishta Adhikari can come under such illusion. Now I'm guru. So that is, then he will get some problem. We have many instances in history illustrating Rishabh Deva's our Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. He also told same thing. They think they are professors, but they are students. They are not professors. They are students, and they should work as a student, not like with that false ego. And he said, one thing is you preach, you try to encourage other people to accept the service of Krishna in a way like I was sick, I'm sick, and I went to doctor, he gave me medicine, and I'm taking that medicine, and I feel some relief. I'm not fully cured, but still I feel some benefit. So I may share this experience with others, that I am taking this medicine, it is good, you take. Then in this way he can help. But to take responsibility for rescuing the jiva as guru, that is another thing. He said that you need some qualification and also inspiration, means approval from Supreme Lord for that service, otherwise you will get problem. So taking responsibility and only encouraging, that is two different things. You can preach and you can bring to person who is established in devotion and who can take responsibility. But you yourself, you should not easily take that unless you are qualified, and you must be approved by Supreme Lord and Guru. We have many instances here in commentary, we have many instances in history illustrating Rishabh Deva's instructions. Shukracharya was rejected by Bali Maharaj due to his inability to save Bali Maharaj from the path of repeated birth and death. Shukracharya was not a pure devotee, he was more or less inclined to fruitive activity, and he objected when Bali Maharaj promised to give everything to Lord Vishnu. Actually, one is supposed to give everything to the Lord because everything belongs to the Lord. You remember, Baman Bhagavan came there to beg from Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj said, yes, I will give you whatever you say. Because he was a charitable person. So Shukracharya, our Guru says Shukracharya is not ordinary also. You cannot commit offense to him. He's not ordinary man. How he could know that he is Supreme Lord? And how he could know that after he will expand himself and take such big form and take everything from Baliman? How he can know? He's not ordinary person. Shukracharya. But the thing was, Shukracharya said, if he will take everything from you, then how you will maintain your life and how you will do your religious duties without wealth? So you should not give him. He will take everything. And then Bali Maharaj said, but I cannot say lie. Already I promised to him that I will give everything. I cannot go back on my word. Then Shukracharya said, sometimes you have to say lie also for the sake of Dharma. He gave many examples there. One is, if one lady is running away, someone wants to rape her, she's running. And now she entered one street. And that man he's following, he did not see where she went. Then he asks you, you saw that lady, where she went? Then in that case you should not tell the truth. And how much money you are keeping? Someone, then the thieves will come like this. He gave many examples in which case you have to say lie. So he told him, you don't give him. But Bali Maharaj, because of Sukritam, our Bhakti Puri Maharaj language like this, because of Sukritam, past good deeds, because his father Birochan also had some regret why I cannot become devotee, and his grandfather is Prahlad Maharaj, pure devotee. So Bali Maharaj has this fortune. So he was thinking, if he is Supreme Lord, then he is the best recipient. I should give everything to him if he is Supreme Lord. But if he is not, then how much land he can take? He is very small. He said 3 steps of land. How much he can take? So I will not break my promise. I will give him what he wants. Then Shukracharya became angry and he cursed Balima, you lose everything. Then Bali Maharaj again, he was not how to say in English, I forgot. He was not retracting his word, taking back. He wanted to give, and he made that sankalpa with water from Panchapatra, that from one pot with that thing. So Shukracharya went there by mystical power and blocked that water that cannot come out. Then Bali Maharaj pricked with one kusha grass there to clear the path, and in that way he broke one eye of Shukracharya. And that is a sign, one-eyed Shukracharya, because he was obstructing the service of Supreme Lord. So Bali Maharaj rejected his own guru for the sake of service of Krishna. So if someone is not prescribing devotion to Krishna, he should not become a guru. There are so many gurus like that. Outwardly they are showing, I am devotee of Krishna, but they have other interests and they are not giving service of Krishna. They are saying you can eat anything you like, no problem. So Bali Maharaj rejected. Similarly, the wives of the Brahmanas who were performing sacrifices gave up their relatives just to satisfy Krishna. This is an example of a wife rejecting a husband who cannot deliver her from the impending dangers of birth and death. They were Brahmins, they were doing yagya, and they were saying Shri Krishnaya Swaha, Baladevaya Swaha, the offering in yagya, in Karmakant, level. But when real Krishna and Balaram came, they could not give food to them. But wives, because of Sukritam, what was their Sukritam? Malini, one gardener, she saw Krishna in Nanda Bhavan, house of Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda, and she was attracted and she was singing the qualities of Krishna and beauty and everything, like singing songs in that garden also, in these Brahmins' houses. So the wives, they were hearing that Harikatha about Krishna and songs, so they awakened devotion, and when they heard that Krishna is hungry, immediately they went there to offer. Husband said, no, you cannot go. They said, no, you'll go. And they said, if you go, you cannot come back. That is very dangerous for a woman in that period of time. They have no shelter. They cannot get any food, nothing. House. She will be considered prostitute, and no one will care for her. So, but they went anyway. And some were blocked by husband physically. Then that wife gave up her body and with soul went to serve Krishna. Such devotion they had. So ultimately they were with Krishna. Then Krishna said, now you go home. Then they said, no, we cannot go home. Already our husbands rejected us. Then Krishna said, I am in the heart of every living entity. I know. Your husbands, they will accept you. I know. You go back. Then when they went back, their husbands now heart changed because they did devotion, so they also got Sukritam. And they begged forgiveness from wives and they gave Dandavat. So wife should always serve Krishna. Even if husband obstructs, must serve Krishna because that will be good for the husband also. If she will try to satisfy her husband, giving up the service of Krishna, both husband and she, they will both will be ruined. It will be harmful to both. So their example. Generally in Varna Ashram Dharma, wife should not disobey husband or reject husband. That is great sin. But here it was not, because they wanted to serve Krishna. And husband should also be servant of Krishna. Similarly, Prahlad Maharaj rejected his father, Hiranyakashipu. He told him, why you are worshipping Supreme Lord? He is my enemy. You give up this. But Prahlad did not obey. And Bharat Maharaj rejected his mother, Janani Nasasyat, Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi, because she was polluted by the words of Mantra, she said to Dasharatha Maharaj, you give these two boons to me, you promised that Ram should go to forest and my son will be king, though it was illegal. But then Bharat, her son, rejected her. You are doing harm to the service of Krishna, means Supreme Lord. He rejected. The word Devam indicates a demigod or one who accepts worship from a dependent. Ordinarily, the spiritual master, husband, father, mother, or superior relative accepts worship from an inferior relative. But here Rishabdev forbids this. They cannot demand that position and that worship if they are not prescribing devotion to Krishna or if they are obstructing devotion to Krishna. Then you should not obey. Our Bhaktivinoda Thakur also, he wrote in Chaitanya Shikshamrita, if some superior person in your family, he advises you something against the service of Krishna, then at first you should, in private place, you should humbly request him, please don't give me such advice. It is not according to scripture. It is not according to proper benefit. You please don't give me. And if he will still insist, then still you should not obey. You should not follow. First, the father, spiritual master or husband must be able to release the dependent from repeated birth and death. If he cannot do this, he plunges himself into the ocean of reproachment for his unlawful activities. Everyone should be very responsible and take charge of his dependents, just as a spiritual master takes charge of his disciple or a father takes charge of his son. All these responsibilities cannot be discharged honestly unless one can save the dependent from repeated birth and death. There it is written in Shastra, one should not become father, one should not become mother or demigod if he will not raise him and advise him about devotion to Supreme Lord. Then he will go wrong direction. Like if father and mother, they are not willing to take care of the child, then they should not conceive a child. Here we are not speaking only, like even for material, child cannot survive by himself without the help of father and mother when he's small. So before conceiving, they have to be aware that they have to take responsibility. Nowadays you see some mother is giving birth and throwing baby to water and kills, or so many such examples, or even in the womb they are killing. So that is not proper. That responsibility should be there. But here it is written not only material responsibility, also spiritual responsibility. If you cannot rescue him from birth and death, then you should not conceive. And you should not take disciples. You should not become demigod and demand worship. And father, mother, guru, demigod, or this elder brother or some elder relative. So here, Bali rejected guru. Vibhishan rejected brother. Here, Svajano. Svajano means relative. Yes, Svajano. This relative. So brother, elder brother, Ravan. Bibhishan is younger brother of Ravan. He told to Ravan that this is not good, that you kidnapped Sita, who belongs to Ram. That is not good. If you want peace, then you should return her. But Ravan did not accept his advice, and he rebuked him. Then Vibhishan rejected his elder brother and went away. Went to Ramchandra. And first they were thinking he's some kind of spy. And they wanted to kill him also, and they're very suspicious. But Ramachandra said, no. Because Ramachandra saw in his heart that his surrendered soul outwardly looks like a demon, because from demon family, but his surrendered soul, like Prahlad, he's also demon by body, but he's pure devotee. Indra, he wanted to kill Kayadu, mother. But Narad said, no, this child in her womb is a devotee, he's not a demon. Then Indra stopped. So we cannot detect unless if Krishna and pure devotee reveals. So Ramachandra said, no, I will give him my shelter. So he was serving in Ramachandra's army, Vibhishan. Then after Ravan was killed, then Ramachandra enthroned Vibhishan as a king of Sri Lanka. So he did not lose anything by rejecting his elder brother. He gained. And Prahlad rejected father, Bharat rejected mother Kaikeyi, Katvanga Raja, and Muchukunda rejected demigods. You can remember that Katvanga Raja, he was fighting. The demigods, they requested, we are in fight with demons, you please help us. Then he went and he was fighting on the side of demigods. Then they won. Then demigods, they said, we are very happy with you. You ask any kind of boon you want. Weapons we can give you. We can give you one girl for marriage. We can give you wealth. We can give you health, position, land, so many things we can give you. Palace, what you want, you say. Then Katvanga Raja said, how long I will live? Then one astrologer demigod, he checked. And he said only one moment he has life. Then he said, then what is the use? You rescue me from birth and death. They said, this we cannot. Only Vishnu can do. Then immediately he rejected them and went to Vishnu, took shelter of him and was liberated, went to Vaikuntha. So in the beginning, Parikshit Maharaj said, I have only 7 days. What is my duty now? I will die. What is my duty I have to do? Then Shukadeva said, that is enough time. Because Katvanga got it in one moment. So there is enough, 7 days is enough time. Only you have to hear Harikatha. He gave example of Katvanga Raja. Our Gurudev also gave many times example of Katvanga Raja. He said in one moment you can get. If Katvanga got it, you can also get. Because sometimes we complain, I'm doing bhajan, but I'm not getting any result like this. Then Guru said, that is not possible. Katvanga got in one moment. The point is, you are not, from the core of your heart, you are not surrendering to Supreme Lord. You are only making a show, but not actually surrender. If actually you surrender, that same moment you will get. So we are complaining, but actually defect is in us, in our surrender. Muchukunda also, you remember, then he was sleeping there. And he said, you give me this boon when, if someone will wake me forcefully, then he will be burned to ashes. Then Krishna brought that Kal Javan there inside that cave where Muchukunda was sleeping. Then he was burned to ashes because Krishna did not want to give liberation to him. If Krishna kills someone, then he will be liberated. But if Krishna does not want to give, then he will arrange for some other. Like Jarasandha also. He was not killed by Krishna because Krishna did not want to give liberation. So he was killed by Bhim, by fighting. But Krishna killed Kamsa and Shishupal and others. Then Yagya Patnis, these wives of Yagya Brahmin, they rejected husbands. And now positive also, Prahlad and Dhruva, they accepted bona fide guru. That is Narad Goswami. Here also we heard that Pritu Maharaj or someone also, many are disciples of Narad Goswami in Bhagavatam. Then Dhritarashtra, his brother of Vidur. So Vidur gave him good advice. You should give up this Duryodhana's party and these sinful activities and everything like this. You should worship Krishna. Then Dhritarashtra accepted. In the end of his life, he accepted and he did bhajan. So he accepted a brother because this brother was good, Vidur. Vidur is pure devotee of Krishna. And sons of Rishabdev, now we are hearing, they accepted proper father, that is Rishabdev. Rishabdev is telling them, you do bhajan. Or like Bhaktivinoda Thakur, his proper father. He told to Bhakti Sansaraj Thakur, you should do bhajan. Dhruva accepted mother Suniti. Suniti mother says, you worship Krishna. So that is good mother. Prachetas accepted Shiva. Shiva is demigod. Or gods and goddesses. God. Shiva, he told them, you worship Narayan. And they accepted. Wife of Ambarish accepted him as husband. Ambarish Maharaj was doing bhajan all the time, and together with his wife. Both they were observing Ekadashi. It is written there, with wife and doing bhajan. There, Narayan told to Durvasa, this Ambarish Maharaj gave up everything, kingdom, wife, everything for my sake. Means seeing them all as belonging to Krishna and engaging them in the service of Krishna. Giving up them means not trying to enjoy them, but engaging in the service. So this we have to be careful, that this human life is meant only for the worship of Krishna. We ourselves have to do and also tell to others, and not obey any kind of other proposal from whomever he may be. No. Idam sharira mama durvibhavyam satam hi me hridayam yatra dharmaha prishte kritu me yata dharma arat ato hi mam rishabham prahuraryaha. Now I remembered one example. Our Parangurudev, because he was ordered by Prabhupada to preach in Assam, so he was preaching, and many villages, and he rescued so many, awakened so many. So in one village, two became devotees, and they surrendered to Parangurudev and took Harinam and all the rules and regulations for worship. Means 4 regulative principles, then regular chanting and following all those days. That basic sadhanas, everything they accepted. Then the villagers, they became disturbed. You eat fish. Since so much long time you are eating fish, and everyone here is eating fish, you have to eat fish and meat and this thing. That is why you brought this some new kind of religion. That is not good. They were oppressing them. And they, even 3 persons, they said, we will kill you. Because in Assam, there are some places, little tamasic tribal people, they said, we will kill you if after, on that date, if you will not give up this new religion, then we will kill you. Then these disciples, they became little afraid, and they wrote one letter to Parangurudev. Parangurudev wrote them back. He said, you don't worry, Krishna is the only protector. You sincerely chant 1 lakh Harinam daily and follow your practices. Nothing will happen. 64 rounds. And they did. Then on that day, when they were supposed to be killed, all of a sudden from nowhere, it was not a season that time, because I heard from Turiyasha Maharaj, he's from Assam. Elephants, they come from the forest at a particular time because they are hungry and they want to get some food. So at particular times they come, but that was not the season for them to come. But they came. So many mad elephants, and they went to the village, and they destroyed only those 3 houses of those 3 persons who were threatening, and their fields also. And this was also miraculous because Turiyashani Maharaj, he said, I saw that. I myself saw that. The point is, when the elephants herd, mad elephants, they will destroy everything. They are not going selectively. But that day, it was out of season. And selectively, they destroyed houses. Then the villagers, they understood, oh, this is the punishment. Then they understood, then they said, okay, we will not threaten you. You may do your religion. It is bona fide religion because we see God comes to protect you. So then they accepted. So we should not obey advice of anyone who is trying to obstruct us from the service of Krishna. That is not good. We will do ourselves harm and to that person also. So by praying the grace of Supreme Lord and his pure devotees and Gurudev, we have to pray for that strength that we may follow that and not be swayed by any other one. We cannot do that with ego. Yes, I am a great devotee. I have full faith in Krishna. I can do anything. I will do. That is not with humbleness. Like one devotee from another organization, she was doing Kartik Brata with us in Chandigarh in 2000. Then one day she came to the room of Gurudev, and there's some discussion was there. I was also sitting there. Then she said, I was there in Africa. I was preaching, and they were oppressing me. They were beating me. Even they were passing urine on me and spitting, but I did. I also felt, but Gurudev in proper way, he told, she said no, I don't know if she mentioned or not, but Gurudev told, we cannot imitate Prahlad. We are not that status as Prahlad. Prahlad could tolerate everything, that oppression from Hiranyakashipu, everything. So, but I felt how she was explaining was there was some pride in that. So that was not proper. That is not good. Devotee, he will not do bhajan with pride and preach with pride and I did. That is not. Devotee will always be humble and in the shelter of Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan. From them he will get strength to tolerate and to not disobey for devotion like this. But not with our own ego. We cannot fight with Maya. Maya will win. With ego we cannot. Humbleness, that will work. My transcendental body, that is why Srivas Thakur also, you can remember, he was doing bhajan. Then those people of Kazi, they came and they beat some devotees and they broke Mridanga and they said no one should do kirtan here. The king means that administrator, Kazi, not king but administrator, ruler, he is not allowing this. So Srivas Thakur was not like ego, no. He was worshipping Nrisingha Bhagavan for protection. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu solved that situation. But devotees are not on false ego. Their strength is in the strength given by Supreme Lord when they surrender, not their own. Here Rishabdev is saying, my transcendental body, Satchidananda Vigraha, looks exactly like a human form. But it is not a material human body. It is inconceivable. I am not forced by nature to accept a particular type of body. I take on a body by my own sweet will. This is the difference between conditioned soul and Supreme Lord. But nowadays you will find many new age so-called spiritualities. They are teaching this, that before your birth you selected your parents, you selected what kind of experience you want to get in that life, everything you decided. So now why you are fighting this? You decided, but that is not correct. We cannot directly pick who are our parents. No. What is, we could decide how we will act. That we have free will, how to act. But what kind of result we will get, that is not in our hand. We are not choosing that. That is given by Supreme Lord. So they are thinking we are God, avatar, like this. But that is not real. Even Bharat Maharaj, he was such a great devotee. We will come to this point now. He was also not choosing. He was great devotee. He was not choosing that he will become a deer. No. That happened to him by the will of Krishna. So, Supreme Lord and his pure devotees, they are, by their own will, they can appear in this world in any form they like, but not conditioned souls. Even when they are liberated, conditioned souls never, they become God. They're always servants of God. If God sends them, orders them, you have to go to this world to preach, then they will go. But not by their own will they are going. But Rishabh, I take on a body by my own sweet will. My heart is also spiritual, and I always think of the welfare of my devotees. Therefore, within my heart can be found the process of devotional service, which is meant for the devotees. Far from my heart have I abandoned irreligion, adharma, and non-devotional activities. They do not appeal to me. Due to all these transcendental qualities, people generally pray to me as Rishabdev, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the best of all living entities. He is not forced. He appears in his own will. And what he is advising? Only devotional service, not other things. Tasmad bhavanto hridayena jataha sarve mahyamsam amum sanabham aklishta buddhya bharatam bhajadvam Shushrushanam tad bharanam prajanam. My dear boys, you are all born of my heart, which is the seat of all spiritual qualities. Therefore you should not be like materialistic and envious men. You should accept your eldest brother Bharata, who is exalted in devotional service. If you engage yourself in Bharata's service, your service to him will include my service, and you will rule the citizens automatically. So here we see also they accepted their elder brother, Bharat. His pure devotee, So if they will engage in his service, then their energy automatically, it will go to Supreme Lord. So they will serve Supreme Lord. When Kapil Bhagavan told to Mother Devahuti, you have to get attachment to Supreme Lord. Then Mother Devahuti said, how I can get? Supreme Lord is not speaking with me. I cannot see him. He's not speaking with me. And as a deity, he's only standing. Then Kapil Bhagavan said, you have to associate with pure devotees, sadhus. They are, you can see them, they are speaking, you can exchange thoughts, you can serve them, everything. Then that attachment to them will automatically translate into attachment to Krishna, because your energy will be used there. Automatically it will happen. So our Parangurudev said, the best way to get Krishna Prem is to serve his pure devotee. And ultimately also, you know, in Gauriya Vaishnavism, in Golok Vrindavan, also you are serving Krishna through serving his devotee. In that rasa which you are, so ultimately is Radharani. So those who are serving Radharani, that is the highest service to Krishna. Though those who are, that is another, I will tell another point, another time. Our Parangurudev also told, just before this appearance, he told, Srila Bhaktivedanta Tirtha Goswami Maharaj, he will be after me, Acharya and president of the MAD. So you should all obey him. In that way, you will do proper service to Krishna. You should respect the best Vaishnava, and those who want ultimate benefit, they should serve the best Vaishnava. So he also gave them, out of compassion, he told them this. So that is the system. Kanishta Adhikari cannot understand. He's thinking, I have to serve Supreme Lord, not devotees. But at least Madhyama Adhikari, he understands. Devotees, they are paraphernalia of Krishna, they are very dear to him. And Krishna loves them. So if you serve devotee, then that Krishna will be more pleased. And through serving that devotee, that service will go to Krishna, or under the order of devotee you can do service. That will be real service. Our Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, all the time he explained this point, that he learned from Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. You have to serve the Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava. That is the highest thing. In South India, there was one devotee. Everyone, they were telling he's a great devotee, and he was really doing some austerity and chanting and so much. Then when the Prabhupada, they said he should meet him, so Prabhupada met him, and Prabhupada asked him, under whose guidance you are doing your bhajan? Then he said, no one's guidance. I'm doing service to God. Then Prabhupada said, that is not service at all. That is only show of service. Not real service. Service is, you have to be under the guidance of pure devotee. Then that will be real service to Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol. जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो गांधर्विका गिरिधारी जी की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्त्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांगो श्री राधा नयननाथ जी की जय। जय श्री गौर नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय। जय श्री जगन्नाथ देव की जय। जय पतित पावन शिला गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला परम गुरुदेव की जय। जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री रूपानुग गुरुवरे की जय। जय श्री पंचतत्व प्रभु की जय। जय श्री वृंदा देवी तुलसी देवी की जय। जय सर्वविघ्न विनाशनकारी श्री नृसिंह देव की जय। जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय श्री श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। जय समागतम भक्त वृंद की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर परमानंदे हरि बोल। थैंक यू। दंडवत प्रणाम। हरि बोल।